fight. What's your thoughts on that fight?
If I were him, I'd be careful because Jose Ramirez is he's a Latino. You know how Latinos are, bro. They don't play. I don't know if he was fighting Duarte, I'd say you better step down because Duarte is no joke. But Jose Ramirez is no joke either. And I'm telling you, the guy is no pushover. He is no pushover. I've seen him fight. I've seen him work out a few times. And this guy is he's out there. He's gonna give Haney his work for his money. I'm telling you, he's gonna be on him. So I hope Haney's ready for it. You know, I'm sure his dad has done his research and all that about Jose Ramirez. I'm sure he did, but they don't know the fighter that he is. I do, and I'm telling you, what I meant, he's gonna get a run for his money. That's what I meant to say.
Right.
Yeah.
So tell me, like, who do you favor in that fight? Because obviously it would kind of, it wouldn't be a crazy gear up.
Los expertos en boxeo están advirtiendo a Devin Haney antes de su pelea contra José Ramírez en facción la presión implacable y el poder de Ramírez. Henry García emitió una fuerte advertencia a Haney instándolo a tener precaución. Señaló que Ramírez no es un oponente fácil, destacando su dureza e estilo de pelea agresivo. García también sugirió que Haney podría no estar mentalmente preparado para el tipo de pelea que Ramírez traerá, posible poscuaracio para revertir potobate cooperación.
Back now, it is what it is, but I would say that Jose Ramirez, if he cracks him, I'm worried for Haney because psychologically, I don't think he's still ready for it. I don't think he's ready for something like that because if he gets dropped, it's going to mess him up. Jose, again, he's no pushover. If he hits him and he catches him and he drops him, that's going to go bad for Haney.
García también mencionó que Oko Duarte habría sido una amenaza en medio. Ramírez sigue siendo peligroso y capaz de darle a Haney un desafío difícil. Si Ramírez logra señor golpes limpios, García que este podría sacudir la confianza de
Jose Ramirez, a guy who was absolutely fantastic in his prime, but a guy who I think is now in the twilight of his career. It's a good fight. These are good scalps for the boys if they can get through it. And then they can fight each other in October. And man, I think these are big money fights, especially that one in October. If they both get through their task here in May, that's going to be a big one in October. We're also hearing a lot of other stuff right in the fight game now.
José Ramírez está en su mejor momento y se señora un peleador fantástico, pero también se centra en la última etapa de su carrera, según los expertos en boxeo. Advierten que Haney no subestima el poder, la experiencia y la presión implacable de Ramírez. De pesar de estar en esta fase de su carrera,
that video of you and Devin Haney sparring, people were going crazy over it. He was just a teen when that happened. How do you feel like his boxing skills have improved since?
I think he was best on his game when he was that age. I think he was like 17. I wasn't that much older than him. I think we probably like 3 years older, apart. But I feel as though he slowed down. All that partying and drinking and stuff slowed him down.
Thank you so much.
Cervante Tang Davis compartió sus pensamientos sobre Devin Haney, recordando que Haney era un peleador excepcional a los 17 años. Sin embargo, Davis cree que Haney ha disminuido su inuido a su estado de vida, particularmente las fiestas, lo que ha afectado su enfoque y rendimiento general.
Isn't Devin Haney kind of coming off a loss? I know he's not technically, but
yes.
I mean, this is the sort of get back opponent. I mean, look, in terms of opponents that Devin Haney could choose at this point, like you could do a lot worse than Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez, he's still like he lost to Arna Barbosa. I think he's still a dangerous fight for Devin Haney at this stage, especially if Devin Haney this is when we're gonna get some answers. But Devin Haney, he's potentially chinny. Like we have to see how he holds up here. So I didn't expect him to get in the ring with like a power puncher. He's also been teasing that he's going to be a welterweight, that he's going to be at 147, which is funny because he didn't really spend that much time at 140 at all. We'll see. If this is at 147, then you probably feel less confident in Devin Haney, not particularly for this fight, but going forward, just because if Devin Haney is going to be at 147 now, if you're worried about his chin at 140, and granted, Ryan wasn't 140 in that fight, but if you're worried about Devin Haney's chin, him moving up in weight's not going to help him a ton because his power is going to be, well, even more diminished than it already had been. And on top of that, he's going to face stronger and stronger punchers. José Ramírez probably doesn't qualify in this regard because...
Los analistas de boxeo dicen que Oko Devin Haney no tiene una derrota oficial. Su última pelea generó preocupaciones sobre su durabilidad. Los expertos creen que José Ramírez es una peoja sólida peogene, y que siendo un peleador peligroso a pesar de su duripara ante uno Barbosa. Muchos en expertista podría igla rubo peligroso a pesar de su duri para ordenar las respuestas. Esta pelea podría dar las respuestas. Los informes sugieren que Haney está subiendo a 147 libras, lo que algunos analistas ven como un riesgo. Si su mandíbula era vulnerable en 140 libras, podría ser un peor contra pegadores más grandes. Aunque Ramírez no es conocido por su poder de no solo golpe, su presión podría exponer las debilidades de Haney. Los expertos creen que esta pelea revelará donde su
Actually, I definitely wasn't expecting one. That's not a soft touch. That's not a tune-up.
No.
What's your thoughts on it?
People gonna try to say that's like a cherry pick, but it's not though. José Ramírez was like a top 40 pounder and he was a top prospect. You know what I'm saying? He had
top amateur too.
Top amateur, yeah. So he got a big pedigree and, you know what I mean? He been through some shit in boxing, yeah, but this ain't an easy fight. He a big guy too, big guy. And if you said catchweight, that means it's gonna be at like 44.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I don't know, that's a good fight. Devin Haney, one thing about Devin Haney though, you can count on him, he gonna give you some type of fight. Like he not gonna just give you oh man. Like he gonna give you something like, oh, might be a dangerous draw. Especially coming out the fight with Ryan. José Ramírez is 90% offense coming to get you.
Coming off the Ryan fight at 144-pound catchweight, who do you feel like that favors?
I don't know. Because we got to see if Devin learned his lesson. We got to see if he learned his lesson. And we got to see if José Ramírez is healthy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And does this mean this is a fill out for 47?
Think so.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it'll be an advantage for all of them. You feel me? I think it's an advantage for both. They both will be feeling good.
Who wins that fight?
I mean, Devin if he box. If you try to get crazy with José Ramírez might take it. That's what kind of fight it is, I feel. You know what I mean? I can't side with either one because Dev, I don't know what's really going through his mind. I don't know what he's really thinking. I don't know what he's really been working on. What I think he should do, go in there and box. Just be you.
El entrenador Greg Hackett cree que José Ramírez no será una pelea fácil para Devin Haney. Advierte que si Haney no ejecuta corre su plan de juego, Ramírez aprovechará lo zero y ganará la pelea.
Out of the two, Ryan Garcia versus Rolly and Devin Haney versus José Ramírez, Devin Haney has the harder fight. Hey, not only is Ramírez a tough competitor, he only lost twice. And he lost against Josh Taylor and Barbosa. Josh Taylor. And Ramírez fought hooker and shit. And listen, Ramírez's best punch is his left hook. That prepares him for Ryan. But number two, Rolly is allergic to left hooks, especially counters. Ryan's left hook is one of the best punches in the world today. It's like Wilder's right hand. You know it's coming and you can't pause and you can't do shit about it. Ryan may go viral on that knockout, while Devin Haney is in a damn blood and guts knife fight and y'all don't appreciate it.
El analista de boxeo showbiz, the adult cree que Devin Haney está dando un paso antepasí a la grandeza al prepararse para fuera per sí, una que se espera sí una batalla difícil. Esta no será una pelea fácil, ya que Ramírez solo ha sufrido dos derrotas en su carrera quarantal. Su mejor arma
or any build up or anything, you know, I think they're trying to build up Ryan versus Haney, but I don't know, it was tough, man.
But 47, he's a 35 pounder. That's a big jump, no? He does have a good overhand. And
Ryan was the same thing, you know. He was also
30, 35, 40, yeah.
30, 35, 40, now 47. So, you know, there we could say that they're both going up.
Okay, now, one of your fighters is rumored, I saw a lot of pictures on the internet.
José Ramírez ha sido boxeador profesional durante años y se ha consolidado como campeón mundial. Está extremadamente emocionado por la próxima pelea contra Devin Haney que esta es una gran oportunidad para asegurar una victoria importante.
Isn't Devin Haney kind of coming off a loss? I know he's not technically, but I mean, this is the sort of get back opponent. I mean, look, in terms of opponents that Devin Haney could choose at this point, like, you could do a lot worse than José Ramírez. José Ramírez, he's still, like, he lost to Arna Barbosa. I think he's still a dangerous fight for Devin Haney at this stage, especially if Devin Haney, like, this is when we're gonna get some answers. But Devin Haney, he's potentially chinny. Like, we have to see how he holds up here. So I didn't expect him to get in the ring with like a power puncher. He's also been teasing that he's going to be a welterweight, that he's going to be at 147, which is funny because he didn't really spend that much time at 140 at all. We'll see. If this is at 147, then you probably feel less confident in Devin Haney, not particularly for this fight, but going forward, just because if Devin Haney is going to be at 147 now, if you're worried about his chin at 140, and granted, Ryan wasn't 140 in that fight, but if you're worried about Devin Haney's chin, him moving up in weight's not going to help him a ton because his power is going to be, well, even more diminished than it already had been. And on top of that, he's going to face stronger and stronger punchers. José Ramírez.
Según las estadísticas, José Ramírez tiene ventaja en potencia sobre Haney. Ramírez tiene un porcentaje de knockouts del 62%, en comparación con el 48% de Haney. Haney es el peleador más joven con 26 años, 6 años menos que Ramírez. Además, Ramírez tiene una ligera ventaja en altura y alcance de una pulgada en ambas categorías. Los expertos en boxeo elogian a Ramírez por su increíble condición física y su fuerte voluntad de ganar. Su resistencia y estilo de lucha implacable lo convierten en un oponente difícil para cualquier peleador, incluido Haney.
So Charles, I have a serious question for you. If José Ramírez fights Devin Haney, how are you going to work with him on running a marathon within 12 rounds? Because Devin runs a lot. No, serious. It's not a funny question. Serious.
Listen, the one thing about José Ramírez is he has incredible conditioning, will, drive, you know, so they won't. The one thing that will not happen with José Ramírez, he won't get tired.
He's not going to get tired.
Jose can throw 1,000 power punches in a fight. He might say, yeah, I'm tired, but he's not going to, you know, he's not going to slow down. He's not going to weaken. He's not going to, right? And part of that is an iron will as well, you know. So we worked together for many, many years. He's ready for that. That's not that moment.
It's a nice watch, Charles. Oh, thanks. Who got it for you?
Myself.
That's nice. And you took your other watch? You took your other watch?
I got a bunch of watches. I like watches. They're not expensive watches.
It looks expensive.
I don't get they're nice, but I get nice ones. But that's what my son got me a watch for my birthday.
Ryan Garcia y Devin Haney pelearon la misma noche, convirtiéndolo en un evento importante para los fanáticos del boxeo. Menfoo peleado semio, menchero pelaciene se pula. José se pipul curus. Se espera que ambas peleas son emocionantes, haciendo.
Devin could fight José Ramírez. That's a 140-pounder. They're talking about moving up to 147. So I would imagine if Devin fought Ramírez, it's at a catch weight, 144 or something, to 147. Plus, Ramírez is coming off the Barbosa loss on that card with Zepeda and William Zepeda and Tevin Farmer from Latino night. So why would Devin fight a guy like José Ramírez off of a loss if Ryan fights somebody T.O. caliber or whatever he's teasing, which sounds like a good name? Again, the Haney said Ryan is ducking Devin, so it's going to be very hard for the Haney content creators who said, oh, Ryan doesn't want to be clean. He doesn't want to fight Devin clean in a rematch. It's going to be hard to sell that notion that they put out if Ryan fights a guy like Tio or somebody who's a top guy, which he's making it sound like. And then you have Devin, he's claiming that the only reason he lost to Ryan is steroids, SARMs, it's because of Ostering. So why are you fighting a guy like Jose Ramirez if that's who they select? So I can't wait for Turkey.
Devin Haney está oficialmente programado para pelear contra José Ramírez, un peleador de 140 libras, probablemente en un peso pactado entre 144-147 libras. Ramírez viene de una derrota ante Arnold Barbosa, lo que ha generado preguntas sobre por qué Haney lo eligió en lugar de un oponente de mayor calibre. Mientras tanto, Ryan García está insinuando una pelea contra un contendiente de alto nivel, como Teofimo López, lo que contradice las afirmaciones de que está evitando a Haney. Haney previamente ocupó su derrota ante García a sustancias prohibidas, pero ahora enfrenta a un oponente de menor nivel. Esta situación desafía la narrativa contra García y los fanáticos esperan ansiosos los anuncios oficiales de las peleas, pero ver cómo se define las peleas para ver cómo se fa las vía.
On board, me trying to figure out where did I go wrong, and I couldn't figure it out. I fought a guy who did everything wrong leading up to the fight. Me doing everything right. Great team, great coaches, great game plan. It's just hard to beat somebody when they don't.
Ryan García derrotó previamente a Devin Haney por nocaut en su última pelea. Sin embargo, García posteriormente dio positivo por sustancias prohibidas, lo que generó dudas sobre la legitimidad de su victoria. Ahora que García está libre de